This is KOCO 5 News at 8.
And good morning, Oklahoma. Hope you all are having a very nice Saturday so far. I'm Zach Rael.
And I'm Alex Houston. It's kind of hard not to wake up with a smile on your face with this weather that's going on, right?
There are no complaints on my end.
No, I mean, it feels like we're getting a little bit of spring, but of course that's not going to last long because we're in January, right?
Yes, let's check in with meteorologist Michael Armstrong. Hey, Michael. Michael, thank you. We do have some breaking news we need to tell you about. Fire crews responding to reports of a commercial fire. That call came out just after 5 this morning. Now, this happened by Southwest 22nd and Penn near Rotary Park. We, of course, will keep you updated as this breaking news develops. And you're going to want to pay attention to this happening now. A portion of I-235 shut down as crews are working on the very busy section between 36th Street and the I-44 interchange. Now, more than 100,000 people use that stretch of interstate every single day, but you'll have to find an alternative route this weekend. KOCO's Patrina Adger tells us that crews will be putting a railroad bridge into place.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
A Tulsa teacher caught on camera throwing a desk resigned from his position. A student recorded this video of Robert Reynolds. The teacher also slammed a keyboard and yelled at students in his English class. Reynolds was removed from the classroom right after that happened. A local man with a plea for help. Someone broke into his storage unit and more, taking several of his musical instruments. Bill Clark says he has Asperger's, which is a form of autism, but music allows him to express himself without using words. Back here at home, 2 new closures are about to begin as part of the MAPS 3 streetcar construction downtown. The east side of Broadway near Northwest 5th will close starting February 1st. Both directions will travel in the west lanes, and Joe Carter will be closed entirely between Reno and California starting on January 30th. These new closures are in addition to the several current closures around Reno, Sheridan, and Gaylord.
In Edmond, when you're traveling, it takes you a while to get from point A to point B, so hopefully this will help with that.
No, absolutely. I'm sure a lot of people will be looking forward to that.
Yeah, some good news this morning. 350 new jobs coming to the metro. Governor Mary Fallin announced Friday that Kratos is expanding to the Sooner State.
Now, Kratos is a leading aerospace company. KOCO's Abigail Ogle shows us they even provide technology for the Department of Defense. The governor also said using these unmanned drones will save a lot of lives of our military members, and now those drones will be made right here in Oklahoma. Sculptors creating a masterpiece from snow. The other feature this snow sculpture has that kids will love. This next story is pretty cool. Kids visiting a winter festival in Wisconsin are going to have the chance to slide down a work of art. Authorities had to shut down part of a roadway for some time after a train derailment in Missouri Friday morning. It happened in Bates County, which is just south of Kansas City. Missouri State Highway Patrol reported on Twitter that 23 cars derailed. Just take a look at that video on your screen right there. Authorities say that no one was hurt. One person died in a crash involving a school bus near Detroit on Friday. Authorities say a car was traveling northbound when the driver lost control and went into the southbound lanes, colliding with that school bus. The car's driver, a 37-year-old woman, was killed in the crash. The bus driver was taken to the hospital as a precaution. 3 kids were on board the bus when this crash happened. Thankfully, they were not hurt.
Oh my God! Holy!
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That is some wild video out of New Jersey. A police officer almost being hit by a car. Thankfully, he jumped out of the way at the very last second. Seriously, the last second there. Well, the town posted this video on its Facebook page and says it happened on January 19th.
And they're also telling people to really, if you are driving down the road and you see a car on the side, move over and slow down so something like that doesn't happen. I mean, a miracle that that officer was okay.
That situation could have turned out very differently.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Michael. Thank you. U.S. Marshal is hunting down and taking a suspect into custody right here in the metro. Officials have not said what the suspect was wanted for, but we do know this happened Friday evening around the Northwest Expressway in Ann Arbor. We're told they were looking for someone when they asked Oklahoma City and War Acres police to help them set up a perimeter. A deadly crash and jaw-dropping speeds, and now an accused drunk driver is facing murder charges. 2 teens died at this scene, and now police want you to call 911 if you see this man. Court records show David Copeland was going 149 miles an hour in the area of Northwest 150th and Mustang Road last month. Overnight, a rally on the campus of Michigan State University in support of survivors of sexual abuse. Students took to the streets after the sentencing of disgraced Dr. Larry Nassar, who sexually abused star athletes at the university as well as Olympians. ABC's Eva Pilgrim reports the school is now choosing new leadership and U.S. Gymnastics is overhauling its board. In the wake of Nassar's sentencing, the U.S. House of Representatives will take up a bill to protect Olympic athletes from sexual abuse. The bill will be introduced Monday, and it would create an organization within the U.S. Olympic Committee responsible for handling abuse inquiries and reports. We might have seen this one. The new Colonel Sanders is, drumroll, Reba McEntire.
There you go.
The deaths of two Canadian billionaires have been ruled a double homicide. Barry and Honey Sherman were found dead in their home in Toronto on December 15th. Law enforcement officials said at a news conference that they believe the couple was targeted. Now, they were found in seated positions and there was no sign of forced entry into the home. Investigators didn't identify any potential suspects. Late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel says he will interview porn star and erotic dancer Stormy Daniels after the upcoming State of the Union address. Now, she's been a controversial figure since the Wall Street Journal reported that she was paid $130,000 to deny that she had an affair with President Donald Trump in 2006. Daniels will appear on the January 30th broadcast of Jimmy Kimmel Live. That will air right here on KOCO 5. Now to a guilty verdict for the man accused of killing former NFL player Joe McKnight during a case of apparent road rage. Ronald Gasser has been convicted of manslaughter and could face decades in prison. Kenneth Moen has that story from Washington. Well, Alex, Michael, I know you guys got a chance to talk to some kids yesterday about what we do here at KOCO 5. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yes, we did.
And they always have great questions about it, like, is the glass bulletproof?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Right.
I love it. Hey, who knows? We might see him right here in a few years.
Yeah, you guys might have
know.
inspired some future journalists.
There we go. I hope so. But anyways, we thank you.